Hi, this is a video to show you how to install codeblocks. Alright, so start up a browser and go look for code blocks. And the first link is it. You can go to download right away and download the binary release. I think that was a link earlier too. So if you're using Windows, click on the first link and you'll be presented with a lot of options. So of all the options, let me just kind of briefly explain the one that you want and why you want to use that particular one. So you want to use the one that includes all the tools, including GDB in it. Two of these are specifically useful. One is the one that has min-w -setup, and the other one is -no setup. The difference between these two is one is the installer. You need to have administrative right to do it. The other one is just a zip file. You can unzip it to any folder, and then you can run from that folder. So it really boils down to the ease of installation, and also whether you want it to be portable. If you want it to be portable, you can use the zip version. Then you can put it onto a thumb drive, and then you can take that thumb drive to any place or to any computer and still be able to use it. So I'm going to go for that option. And then we download it, and let's see, just have to wait a few seconds before it starts. There we go, and click OK. Yeah, there's one step that is really kind of particularly tricky with installing codeblocks, because the debugger is not set up automatically correctly, so that is a little bit of an issue. Alright, so the download is done. Alright. So I'm opening this up and wait a little bit. There we go. And I want to click on extract all. It will automatically put it into the downloads folder, which is fine for me, because remember, this is the portable version. It doesn't matter where you put it, you can always move the folder later on. So just click extract. And this runs a little bit slower than your PC because I'm running it inside the virtual machine. You can probably tell that the background is the usual stuff that we have. So let me close the browser first because I don't need the browser anymore. Okay, there we go. All right. It's kind of slow because it's decompressing a lot of files, and they're not big files to begin with, but it's really slow when you have a lot of like 15,000 small files that you have to decompress. And I can navigate to that folder first. Yeah, the problem is you're not seeing my entire screen because the resolution that a virtual machine can support does not really match the resolution of of my of being what is being recorded in OBS. Okay, I am having problems looking for words today. So this is inside the folder, and you can see it's still kind of decompressing. Only one subfolder is in it at this point. And it's still decompressing. We're halfway done. I'm just checking to see whether I can change the resolution of my emulator to match the size of the window being that's recording. And you can see the resolution, none of these match the window that is recording in OBS. And I don't want to change that one because that one is what I use for all of my recording and streaming sessions. So changing that one is not going to be useful for me. I mean, it means I have to go back and change a lot of settings later on. So check out this. Okay. And it doesn't offer me a lot of options here. I don't think there's anything here that can change it. It's possible that I might be able to use a different emulated graphics card when I start up the emulator to get a different resolution, or at least have different options. Yeah, this is unexpectedly slow. Mostly probably because it's being run inside an emulator. What I should have done is to unzip it from on the Linux side, and then just point the emulator to the same folder, because on the Linux side it's going to be able to do it more natively, so it won't take nearly as much time as it is now taking. It's a little bit too late to do that. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think I have anything to gain if I were to do it now. Well, um, hmm. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so let me close the zip file so I don't confuse myself. There we go. Alright, so this is codeblocks, within the folder that it decompresses into. So now we just click on codeblocks, and that will start the application. I did not download the document that I need, but that's okay. It's not a problem. So I click on the GCC compiler. It is already included. Click OK. Okay, so let's see if it is working or not. And now I'm having problems moving the mouse cursor. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it's asking, it's not the current default application. Now, I don't have any other tools, so I can actually say associate codeblocks with the file types, okay, because I don't have any IDEs. Now, on the other hand, if you have VS Code or some other tools already installed on your system, you might want to just say, leave everything as it is. So that way, if you want to use codeblocks, you can just run codeblocks, and then from inside codeblocks, open the files that you want. Alright, so now we're in codeblocks, and the one thing that you need to make adjustment to is where to find the debugger. So go to settings, and then go to debugger, and go to the default of GDB. This one already has the path set up, which is kind of strange, because most people report that they do not have the path set up. So I think this might have to do with I'm using the zip file version, and it works. It just works. So one way to find out, right? So let's find out whether this works or not. So I would go to File, go to New Project. This is not something that you have to do because I'm giving you the project file already, so you don't need to start the project from scratch. But I'm testing it right now, so I'm starting it from scratch. I want a console app, which is the simplest type of app. And okay, so I'm just gonna go through all of this. I don't need C++, I just need a regular C program. Alright, my cursor doesn't want to move below a certain point unless I just kind of move really fast through it. Okay, project title, test, and folder. Okay, looks like it wants me to specify a folder. Alright, so we'll just click on Documents, click Next. Keep all of these default. Okay, so we're gonna have a debug versus a release configuration, and the project is now created, and by default it only has a main.c in it. Your project, the project I'm giving you, already has all the necessary files. Alright, so this one just prints hello world. I'm going to put a breakpoint here just so that I can confirm the debugger is working. So I go to debug, click run. So we build the project, and it goes through all the commands, and it asks me, do I want to change the perspective, just like in the in class. And I click no, and we can see that it's breaking just fine. The debugger is working in this case. So I guess the key to get this to work is to use the zip version and not the executable version. Alright, so I guess this was a little bit simpler than I thought it would be. So I'm just gonna quit it now and stop the video.